Morning, students. Hope you are fine. Okay. In our previous class, we discussed a term team spirit elaborately. See, as you have got an idea that what is team spirit. That is a tendency to work with a team, a capability to work with a team. Yes. See, the very important thing in this class, we shall discuss on three things, if possible. That is, we discuss on a quality is called as deconditioning, and then creativity and effective communication. If possible, we shall see the difference between written language, written English and spoken English. Okay. See, first of all, what do you mean by deconditioning? Generally, our boys, they condition themselves. As I already told you that since we are living in a comfort zone, each and every person is conditioned himself. See, actually, you have to decondition yourself. See, the very practical example I would like to give you. Generally, you might have seen in your school days, boys, that is your friends, they fix a particular place in the classroom. He always sit on that particular place. He never changes his place in the classroom. If he is absent, that place is lying vacant. He never allows others to sit in his place, nor he sits somewhere. When he sits in a corner of a first bench, till the end of the year, he sits in that place only. Some boys, they occupy the last bench, they never leave their last bench. They always, remain in the last bench only. This is called as conditioning. This is not good. See, when our classes begins, you must remember that you should not, fix to a particular place. Change your place. See, generally you may think that, sir, why should I change my place? You know one thing, I would like to tell you one secret. Two things will happen. Two things will happen if you decondition yourself, even in a classroom. If you change your place, your angle of learning will be different. There is some changes in your learning. If you want, you can check. First thing. And second thing is that you will get new friends. You will get new friends. It's a very nice thing, no? You are always, fixed to a particular friend. You always keep on talking with this fellow. Right? If you change a place, you get new friends. You come to know about your new friends. You must learn new things. And your dimension of learning will also change. If you want, you check it. So this is called as deconditioning. You have to sit wherever you wish. You must change. You must keep on change your place inside the classroom. And see that you will get new ideas, new friends, new thinking. It's nice. And generally, what we do, you might have seen some people, they purchase only in that particular shop. If the shop remain closed, they never purchase. They go home. And next day they purchase. Is it fair? No, I don't think it is fair. If the shop is closed, go to other shop. Go there. So you must keep changes your position, your personality, right? See, when you meet new people, when you go to new place, you learn new things, new ideas, different ideas. See, there is one quotation I would like to share with you. Successful people don't do different things. Just listen to me very carefully. Successful people don't do different things. They do things differently. They do things differently. That is, what you have to do is, you have to decondition yourself. You must not stick to a particular thing. You should not be static, but you must be dynamic. You must be pragmatic. You must be innovative. You must be creative. Then only you can learn new things. Then only you can adopt a new atmosphere and you can touch the heights of your life. Because anyhow you are going to step into a risk zone after completing your graduation or post-graduation, right? You are not going to remain in your native place if you really want success. So decondition yourself. This is one point. And another one point is that sometimes our boys, when they enter inside the classroom, they keep mum, they keep long face. They simply go and sit in their place as if that they are sitting in some yoga, or they are doing some meditation. They never see here and there. Even sometimes they never wish their teachers to. Right? They never wish their friends. No. You should not be like this. How you should be? When you enter inside the classroom, say hi to your friends. Hi, good morning. Hi, assalamu alaikum. Hi, everyone. Good morning to everyone. Keep a smiling face. Enter inside the classroom. What will happen? The whole day, the positive vibration revolves around the classroom. The atmosphere will be a happier one. A happy atmosphere you can create. That you have to create. Do you know one thing? Psychologist says any man, whether he is black or white, or he is red, or whether he is short or tall, whatever may be the personality he has, a person is very smart when he smiles. You must smile. You must spread positive energy through your smile. And you know one thing, that smile is the unique gift given by God to human being. Smile it. What it is. Are you going to give any asset to your opponent? Just keep a smile. Say hello, hi, how are you? Yeah, smile. Yes. See, the listener will be very happy. If you smile, he would smile back at you. So that is the positive energy flows. You need not to be a cynic. You should not keep long face. Because each and every minute, each and every second teaches you new thing, brings happiness in your life. See, our life is uncertain. There is no certainty in it. No one knows what will happen the next moment. The moment you have, the moment you live, enjoy, spread positive force, spread positive vibration, be happy. See, if you be so, what will happen? The entire atmosphere will become a pleasant one. You should not give place to ego. You should not be an egoistic. Whether you known or unknown, whoever may be that. If your friend comes, say hi, say Assalamu alaikum. What's there in it? Compliment people, appreciate people. Simply look at your friend, say, hi guy, you are looking very smart today, yeah? What's special? Say like this. You will be very happy. Sometimes what we do, generally, it is a very bad habit, I don't like it. We say, what man, you are looking very dull. Why, what's the problem with you? Then he becomes very dull. No. Even if he looks dull, say, hello, how are you? What man? What's the matter? You are looking very brisk. He will be brisk. So remember one thing, deconditioning yourself. So these are all the characteristic which may inculcate team spirit in you. Be bold, be frank inside the classroom. As I told you yesterday in the previous class, ask questions. Do not worry about the mistakes. Do not worry about you are being judged. See, people have so many works to do, right? It is not their primary work that they want always they want to judge you. No, it's not like that. So first thing is that deconditioning yourself. Adopt new things. Adopt new things. This is the first thing. And the second thing is that there is no doubt in it, we are living in the age of communication and creativity. We are living in the age of communication and creativity. As far as communication and effective communication is concerned, I have given you a lot of points in my previous sessions. Effective communication, what is the effective communication? If you communicate, if a listener understands you, then your communication is an effective communication. You are a very good conversationist. That's all. See, simple thing is that effective communication, again I would like to give some example. Suppose if you talk to a small boy, how you talk? How you talk? Hello, what's your name? What are you doing? Which class you are studying, right? Your tone is differ. While you talk to your friend, your tone will differ. Hi, what man? What's the? How things are going? What's up? Right? Hi, can we have a tea? Yeah, that's a very informal. Communication is also permitted, particularly among friends. While you talk to the elders, how would be your tone? Very polite. See, you must talk very politely. You must talk in a very lower voice. Yes sir, please sir. Yeah, how do you feel? How you feel now? What do you want? Any help I can do it? Yes, please. Can I drop you? Okay. When you talk to the elders, when you talk to your superiors, your tone is differ. So likewise, depends upon your situation, what you do, you are doing some modification in your communication. So doing modification in your communication, that communication turns into an effective communication. It is called as audience orientation. The term is audience orientation. Because while we speak, you must know to whom you speak. What is his level of understanding? What type of words he can understand? How to talk to a particular man? See, if you know these strategies, very simple, this is called as an effective communication. And in a multinational company, there is one special term is called as soft skills. What? Soft skills. What is soft skills? That is characteristic, trait of characteristics. How you behave yourself, how you talk to others, how you dress yourself, how you are presenting a project to your team members, how you are explaining things, how you are talking with your managers. So all those things, we have that is a separate label. It is called as soft skills. Sometimes it is called as a self-grooming. Self-grooming. Because your appearances, your body language has got more weightage in a communication. Your gestures and body language, everything matters. Everything tells about your personality. Everything tells about your personality. This is called as soft skills. Okay, come to the point. So we are living in the age of communication and creativity. Creativity is very, very important. That is doing things differently. Think out of box thinking. Out of box thinking. For example, I would like to share one small story with you. That is not a story, that is one fact with you. In a multinational company, the boss kept on receiving complaints from a super stockist. That is a soap manufacturing company, and the complaint was that some of the that is the stockist, they complained that in some soap boxes always we receive 1 or 2 empty wrappers. And you might have seen in that is television that in all multinational company everything is done by machine only, no manual work, right? Everything is till from the beginning to the last ending process, everything is done by machines. And that is boss decided to convene a meeting. All the heads of the departments, they assembled, and boss, that is he has put forward this demand, that is put forward this issue, that what is to be done, how to put end to this, how can we avoid empty wrappers, what is to be done. Because automatically that is the soaps are, that is in a box, all the soaps are getting, that is sorted out. But sometimes what happens, empty wrappers comes, it's a loss for a dealer. What is to be done? Each and every person, they give their own ideas. Someone says, why can't we appoint a person in the packing section? See, appointing a person in a packing section, it is not an easy task. For that you have to give all the allowances, you have to give salary for that fellow, right? All those things are there, right? It's a different thing. So that is the brainstorming session is going on. But one smart fellow says that, give me 2,000 rupees, sir, I will solve the problem. Just give me 2,000 rupees. Then the boss asked, what you are going to do with the 2,000 rupees? He would say, nothing. I will fix table fan. I will fix table fan in front of that machine. Just imagine. What will happen? When fan rotates with a high speed, empty wrapper will fly away. That's all. This is called as creativity. This is called as creativity. Neither you need to appoint a person, nor you worry about it. Then problem is solved. This is called as creativity. Nowadays, only these type of people are required. You must have creativity. You must have vision. You must have vision. See, actually, generally, what is the purpose of education? What is the very purpose of education? Merely getting degree? No. Education must change your vision. Education must change your vision. Education must change your lifestyle. Education must pave way for creativity. Unless otherwise, getting degrees, spending 3 years or 5 years will yield no fruits. It will be utter waste. You must develop creativity. See, another one that is anecdote I would like to tell you regarding vision. A doctor conducted an experiment. What he did, he took 2 transparent tumblers. 2 transparent tumblers. Glasses. Transparent glasses. In one glass, he pours alcohol. And in another glass, he pours Bisleri water. And all the crowd, all the audience, they are watching what the doctor is doing. What he does, he puts some sandworm in a glass which is filled with alcohol. Likewise, he puts some sandworms in a glass which is filled with Bisleri water. And he asked the audience, look at the experiment. The audience, they observe keenly what is happening. The sandworms, which is in alcohol, they got disintegrated, they died. It's a chemical, no? The sandworms which he puts in a Bisleri drop, that is a Bisleri water, they are simply swimming. They are alive. Then doctor asked the audience, what do you learn from this experiment? From the last corner, one fellow says, he raised his hands, doctor, I came to know the experiment, I came to know the result. Then the doctor asked, okay, yes, come on, tell me what is your observation. So that fellow said, if we consume alcohol, the alcohol will destroy all the worms in our stomach. Everyone, laughed at that fellow. And doctor got shocked. See, actually, what the doctor wanted to convey through this experiment and what he learned. See, vision, positive vision is also there, negative vision is also there. But what that fellow's answer, it is a negative vision. What is a positive vision in that experiment? The positive vision in that experiment is that if a man consume liquors, if a man consume alcohol, it will destroy all his living organs. It will destroy his organs. Whereas if we consume ordinary water, it will not done any harm to us. This is what the doctor wanted to convey. He wanted to convey a positive vision, but someone got a negative vision. So education is also like that. What you have to do is you have to take things positively. You have to develop positive vision. Okay. See, for example, with the help of knife, you can cut fruits, you can cut throats. The same knife would be used to cut fruits, or you can cut throats. What is the positive vision in it? See, remember, that is the very purpose of education, is to inculcate positive vision within us. We have to develop positive vision and we have to impart positive vision to others. That is one thing. So for that, that is creativity plays a very important role in your workplace. This is one thing I would like to tell you. Yeah. And another one thing is that we know that we have discussed various things. Now we gradually enter into our syllabus. Before I enter into it, I would like to tell you one thing. Every language has two formats. One is written format, another one is spoken format. What is written format? What is spoken format? Which one is easy, which one is tough? Spoken or written? See, if you think over it, you may come to conclusion that both are necessary, both are important. Both are necessary, both are important. Merely communicating is not enough. You have to prepare a report in your workplace. And likewise, merely writing is not enough. You have to have a very good communication. So both written as well as spoken, both plays a very important role. See, in an interview, your communication skills decides your career. After joining a job, you have to report, you have to compose emails, you have to prepare a report. So both spoken language as well as written language plays a very important role. But there is one thing is certain. In a spoken language, while you speak, your listener, he never bother about whether you are using a grammar that is a correct grammar or not. Just he always particular about that what the idea you are conveying, what you are telling, what you are saying. And he wants to reply you, he wants to talk to you further. He wants to progress the conversation. So your mistakes are not at all noticed. Because when you utter words, when a word come out of your mouth, it is like an arrow. When it goes out, that's it. But remember one thing, the very interesting thing about written language is that it is a documentation. It is a documentation. You must be very, very careful. You must be very, very careful. So, on those things we shall discuss in our next class very elaborately. Thank you so much.